Hi, I'm Jeremy Clark with Group 18 and our CSR reports on Starwood Hotels and Resorts.
Starwood is a publicly traded U.S. hotel and resort group with a $7.18 billion market cap. While it is a large group operating in 92 countries, it is not largely known by name. Rather, it's several worldwide brands, which include Sheraton, W Hotels, Le Méridien, just to name a few. Looking at Starwood's value chain, it is similar to the rest in the hotel industry. Its primary activities are all about driving hotel and resort rentals and the logistics that surround this. So, pre-arrival includes cleaning, maintenance, bookings, arrivals, housekeeping, food and beverages, etc. Other primary events include marketing, sales and services, etc. Its supporting activities involve the infrastructure, HR management, technological development, and so on. Now, before we talk about Starwood's corporate social responsibility, it is important to look at CSR in the hotel industry as a whole. This is an industry dominated by large multinational corporations, and almost all of them have a thorough and expansive CSR policy. This, however, is not out of kindness, as CSR policies create enormous value for various stakeholders within the hotel industry. Firstly, because hotel and resorts are both highly visible and international, having strong relations with stakeholders such as governments, locals, environmentalists, etc. is desirable. Most importantly, however, shareholders receive tremendous value from CSR in hotels and resorts. In terms of environmental responsibility, having a strong program lowers cost of energy, which is a tremendous output for a company, and these savings transcend to the balance sheet. Secondly, having strong social CSR helps maintain the best talent, which also lowers a large cost of recruiting and training talented individuals. Also, as customers become more informed, strong CSR policies may affect their choices in choosing a hotel. Looking specifically at Starwood's, it has a thorough CSR policy, yet lags behind the industry norm. Out of the 10 largest hotel companies, Starwood's ranks second to last in terms of CSR. While it has all the components and follows industry standards such as LEED and energy, there is no central CSR planning within Starwood's. Rather, they delegate the CSR responsibility to each brand. This leads to a fragmented CSR policy, which may differ largely in scope and effectiveness from one another. Also, Starwood tries to deflect responsibility. For example, on its website, it describes its policy as early on in development. And also, the company gives no tangible evidence of its policies or its effects on the environment or society. Our main recommendation is for Starwood to centralize its CSR to become one of the 11 core components of the company. Because this approach will be both somewhat risky and high profile, we recommend using the natural step, or TNS approach. This is an established approach created by a well-known ecologist and manager for creating a transparent, effective corporate social responsibility package. This includes changing the way leadership, the overall vision, employee involvement, and innovation is approached to create incremental yet meaningful shifts towards improved CSR for Starwood. These are significant steps. We believe this radical change and the more incremental innovative steps will create a more meaningful, cost-effective CSR policy for Starwood Hotel and Resorts. Firstly, as we mentioned earlier, there will be greater savings for shareholders. This centralized approach will create a more standardized environmental policy, which will transfer to cost savings in the balance sheet and hopefully the share prices. Also, for ethical reasons, this approach should bring Starwood above industry standards, which will show all stakeholders the ethics lived and portrayed within this company. While we feel our recommendation provides the necessary change to Starwood for achieving a CSR policy above the industry norm, we also accept there are some challenges with this implementation. These implementations are not simple. There are several difficult factors that Starwood must come to terms with. Firstly, it may be dangerous for some of the brands Starwood is associated with. Each Starwood brand is known for different things, and creating a uniform CSR policy may damage each brand's uniqueness. Secondly, there may be structural issues with the creation of a central CSR branch. Combining 11 different divisions into one central CSR branch may be difficult to manage, creating hardship in implementing a core CSR policy. That being said, the pros of this change outweigh the cons, and our recommendation should provide Starwood with a strong centralized CSR policy that could lead its entire industry.